China Southern is frequently ranked among the top 5 largest airlines globally and is based in Guangzhou. The airline serves more than 200 destinations across the globe, heavily dominating the Asian market. China Southern is significantly bigger than Qantas by almost every standard metric, including fleet size, passenger numbers, and overall route capacity. Unfortunately, our itinerary did not allow us to spend time in Guangzhou, a shame, as friends have told me that it is one of the great cities in China and there are lots of things to see and do. Sadly, we had nearly a 5-hour wait for our flight to Changsha, where we were met by Oscar, our first of 2 excellent tour guides, and who was with us for the first 3 days. After a short drive, we checked into our 4-star hotel, slept very soundly after a very long day, and enjoyed our first mainly Chinese-style breakfast of the tour. Soon after, we headed off to Zhangjiajie with an essential stop for the driver along the way, and our first attempt to find refreshments, with everything, of course, in Chinese. When we arrived, a Korean barbecue lunch was organised for us. We then checked into a Best Western hotel, whose Chinese name I have no hope of pronouncing. As with all accommodation on tour, the facilities were a minimum of 4-star. Next morning, our first pre-arranged tour, and first look at the famous Hallelujah Mountains, where the film Avatar was shot, and which features 243 peaks and more than 3,000 pinnacles and spires. The mountains are part of the Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, China's first designated forest parks. May-June is the favoured time for tourists in China, as the weather is mild, with temperatures ranging from around 20 to 30 degrees. And as such, queues are long, and here we had our first experience. Frustrating and at times annoying, but always worth it. What the heck is that noise? Zhangjiajie is now the most popular tourist region in China, and over the next 2 days we enjoyed 4 tours, 3 of which were optional. I'd highly recommend all of them, and we started in the morning with the world's longest glass-bottomed bridge. The lift shown here is quite spectacular, but a midget compared to one that we will see and actually ride later. Right in the middle of the bridge is a section that can be opened up for bungee jumping. As we came to expect, it is the highest fall in the world. After lunch, on to our next adventure. I mentioned queues before, but this one was a shocker. But luckily, it was followed by, for most of us, arguably the best tour highlight, a visit to Tianmen Mountaintop Cave. After an incredible ascent, first by cable car and then by a frightening bus ride, we arrived at the first of 3 viewing platforms.
They flew through the natural arch because at the foot of the mountain there's a Zhangjiajie airport. They go from there, they flew through this one. And
5 consecutive wonderfully smooth and clean escalators took us then to the cave itself and the second of 3 viewing platforms. The plaque on the wall here is difficult to read but very interesting. I'll read it quickly for you. It says, on November 18, 2007, Alan Robert French, adventurer known as the Spider-Man, climbed up the natural rock wall of Tiananmen Cave barehanded without any protection. He climbed up from the cave bottom and extended to the top with a height of climbing about 200 metres. In some sections, the rock wall had a gradient greater than 90 degrees. I pretended to walk up to the cave by doing the last 10 steps or so, but even then I was out of breath. Through sheer luck we witnessed something rarely seen, the clouds descending and the mist moving through the cave. How on earth did they build these things? I must mention that the cave platform was not the highest point to visit. Another 7 consecutive escalators could be taken to the 3rd and very top viewing platform, and quite a few on the tour took the opportunity. A different and much larger cable car returned us halfway down the mountain. An optional activity on this day that we took up was a large-scale outdoor musical drama that uses the Tiananmen mountain and the surrounding valley as its backdrop. It tells the story of a mythical fox fairy who falls in love with a human woodcutter, based on local Chinese folktale, and uses hundreds of performers, local singers and high-tech lighting and effects. Another tour option on the last day in Zhangjiajie was a visit to the Yellow Dragon Limestone Cave, which turned out also to be one of the tour highlights. There was a monument just before entering the cave with an inscription that read, "No way are we able to import white clouds and blue sky today. Never will they be capable of recreating rivers and mountains tomorrow. Do not abuse the natural resources on Earth, or the day after tomorrow, monkeys will ponder over humans today." There are numerous limestone caves throughout the world, including our own Jenolan caves, and this is one of the most famous. A typical Chinese use of lighting and the river that runs through the cave makes the Yellow Dragon caves quite unique.
Cafe is liquor, Chinese liquor.
Because the temperature of the cave never varies from 23 to 24 degrees, a number of very wealthy wine buffs store wine in this section of the caves. After the caves visit, and with half a day still to go, many took advantage of relaxing footbaths before revisiting the Hallelujah Mountains and experiencing a ride on the Bailong Elevator. The Bailong Elevator is a glass double-decker elevator. It ascends 326 metres in just 1 minute and 32 seconds. It's recognised by the Guinness World Records as the world's tallest outdoor elevator and is purported to be the fastest passenger elevator with the largest loading capacity. Half the ascent is within the mountain before opening up to spectacular views. Climbing the lift infrastructure occasionally attracts crazy thrill seekers. Believe it or not, this is only day 4, and at day's end we're off on high-speed rail to Chongqing. The train at this instant is doing 305 kilometres per hour, but at one stage it hit 340. We arrived at the Chongqing railway station quite late and didn't really have the chance to admire this fabulous station. It's worth adding some detail about the building itself, its construction and its operation. The Chongqing East Railway Station is the largest railway station ever built and has a floor area of 1.22 million square metres with a footprint larger than 107 footy fields. It was completed in 2025 after 5 years of construction, handles 16,000 passengers every single hour and cost around 10 billion Aussie dollars to build. China leads the world in its efforts to reduce greenhouse emissions, and the station meets China's highest 3-star building standards. China's rapid economic growth has supported dramatic improvements in the living standards of China's population. The rapidly expanding middle-class demographic is now highly urbanised, digitally savvy, and deeply focused on health, lifestyle and domestic travel. After a short visit to the Great Hall and its adjacent square, we took a train ride ending in the famous Liziba railway station, famous for an obvious reason. It was apparently cheaper to have the train go through the existing building than to knock it down. Time to enjoy some free time in the Hongya Cave, multi-level shopping and dining known for its traditional stilted architecture. Chongqing, population 32 million, is known as the Mountain City, and a subway was impossible, hence the above-ground monorail transport we recently saw. This is no ordinary city square surrounded by high-rise buildings. Walk to the end and be amazed at the fact that you are now 22 stories up from the ground below. A couple of hours free time in Chongqing's CBD. Chongqing is an incredible city, and no better way to show it off than by an evening river cruise, which was part of the itinerary. This is a globally known Raffles building with the city's largest shopping centre at its base and the Intercontinental Hotel above, leading up to the incredible sky deck known as the 300-metre long horizontal skyscraper. When the Yangtze River level is really high, this is where our boat would be tied up. A couple of us took the opportunity to go up to the Intercontinental sky deck for a few drinks. The place is incredible and the experience was amazing. Next morning and off to Chengdu via Lishan and Emishan. Most of our tour group took up the evening option of going to the Emishan Kung Fu show, which actually featured some very entertaining acts and hardly any kung fu. The face-changing act was fascinating and a little weird. The Chinese love it. We are passing here a short section of high-speed rail line. China not only has the fastest high-speed trains, but more than the rest of the world combined. Over 5,000 trains operate over a 50,000 kilometre network, which accounts for over 2/3 of the world's high-speed lines. We were hoping to see one whiz by, but no such luck. The vast majority of electric power production in China happens in the country's west, but usage occurs predominantly in the east. In the last 10 years or so, China has developed extensive long-distance ultra-high voltage direct current power lines operating at over 1 million volts that minimise energy losses and provide power to its homes, massive cities and equally massive manufacturing precincts. The huge structures that support these power lines were visible on numerous occasions throughout the tour. Once again, China is the only country to have developed this high voltage power distribution network. Before arriving in Chengdu, yet another highlight, a short river cruise to view the famous giant Buddha, a 71-metre tall stone statue amazingly carved out by hand over 3 generations between 713 and 803. After the giant panda visit, some lunch, only Chinese cuisine to be found of course, and off again to Chengdu, where we checked into the Resin Grand Hotel, situated near the airport for an easy transit on the final day. Next morning, on our second last day, we spent nearly 3 hours at the Chengdu research base of the giant panda breeding. The facility covers an enormous area and is a living museum that is the only one in the world that focuses almost entirely on the critically endangered giant panda.
So I think for us it's very nice to work together. And then
Less endangered, but still quite few in number, is the red panda. Few of us had ever heard of this beautiful and cute animal. After the pandas, we visited Quanjai Alley, one of Chengdu's historic conservation districts, where there was an opportunity for lunch and for those interested to do some shopping. Constructed in 1718, this charming pedestrian thoroughfare is home to an eclectic mix of classic Sichuan architecture. The New Century Global Centre, built in 2013 at a current cost of well over $10 billion, is not just a huge shopping mall. Under its massive roof you will find a water park, ice skating rink, a museum, movie theatres, and even 2 ultra-modern 5-star hotels. I believe this complex is a must-see. With over 65% of cars on the road in China being either fully electric or plug-in hybrids, of course there would also be various car brands like Huawei on show throughout the complex. Still hard to believe, but the entire 5-star Intercontinental Hotel is entirely under the roof of the global centre. Now that's a ballroom. Everything comes to an end, and on the way to the airport for the first of 2 return flights home, Layla, our delightful and very informative tour guide, bid us farewell and finished with a Taylor Swift song. She was highly educated and initially learnt her English by watching American movies. The Chinese empire is re-emerging, and it's re-emerging quickly. We would be crazy not to be friends with this great country.